Oh, we're live. Holy shit. I was trying to set up the
Live.
microphone and
I'm
everything.
live. We got all day.
Welcome to that podcast. I am your host. I got a microphone. So now you're going to hear me nice and sexy all in your ear. Ooh. Ooh. Hear that baritone in your eardrums falling in love. After a little bit of tech snacks and on there right there for you. Oh, yeah. And I'm joined today by my co-host with the most, East the most
White Boy
Platanos.
7th Street.
White boy what?
7th Street. You don't remember?
White boy 7th Street. Wow.
You have never watched White Boy 7th Street? That's how he starts his intros. Your co-host with the most, White Boy 7th Street.
No, never heard of that. Damn. But I am joined by Jose Antonio Felipe Tercero the Third Guerrero. How are you?
I'm good.
How you been, man? We didn't get to record this Sunday. We're now recording this on Tuesday the 15th instead of Sunday the 13th like we usually do.
No, you went to the Super Bowl thing.
Well, in my defense, I was ready early that morning to record like we usually do around 12. And I did call you the day before to confirm that was out for that time. You said to me, Sam, there's nothing that'll get in my way for the time that we have sets for Sunday.
Oh no, everything.
And I was like, and I was like, there's no way Jose would lie to me. Jose is a stand-up gentleman. He's distinguished. Some would even call him white. Okay. Turns out on Sunday, he is truly Dominican because he was not on time. Only one thing Dominicans are on time for.
Christ.
Dinner and crossing the fucking border. Those are only two things he's ever on time for.
You know, you're insulting yourself, right?
I'm American.
You can't.
I'm American, sir.
You're one of those people that you switch races. You code switch. You're one of those people. You be code switching.
Sure. You code switch. You code switch. You code switch. You one of those people that code switch. Listen, man. You hear this accent right here? This American right here, bro. Full-blooded, blue jean, boot wearing American.
Man, you just hype because you want to.
I bet you you're wearing chanclas or Vans right now.
I'm wearing none.
Wearing none? Fucking animals.
This guy, bro. This guy.
Fucking animals. Sorry, man. I'm in a good mood. I have a microphone here. I have power. This right here is power. You had this power for so long, and my black skin did not like the fact that you had power for so long with your white skin. So now I take back the power. Now we're equal. Now I sound sexy.
You done? You got it all out of your system?
Let's start the podcast. What is it, episode 7? Episode 8?
I don't know.
Welcome back to Lidat podcast. I believe this is episode 7 or 8 of 2022. I could be wrong. Who fucking keeps track of these things anymore? Do I? No, I'm just an entertaining guy on podcast and the host. I think my assistant keeps tracks of the episodes or whatnot. She's right there on her desk during her work, keeping track right now as we speak. Jose, how was your day? You're not giving me anything right now, man.
I'm great. Just trying to start a podcast.
I'm starting the podcast, man. This is how the podcast starts.
You drank coffee? What you drank?
No, I had a long day. I'm literally still inside my work attire. Literally just throwing a sweater instead, so you don't have to see my stained shirt from all the blood, sweat, and tears I excreted from my body from all the hard work I did today.
All right, so let's get this party started. Today is going to be Valentine's edition for the lovers.
Valentine's edition.
Valentine's edition. I got a couple of questions. We're going to answer them. You agreed, disagreed. Some of them I already had conversations with other people. They disagree with me in a couple, which I thought was ridiculous. So I'm going to ask you one question. That question leads to another one. So I'm going to start with this.
You know what we need? Go. Keep going.
I was going to ask you, since you're in a relationship, do you believe
I am in a relationship?
Taken people should hang out with taken people, and single people should hang out with single people? The host should hang out with the host. The fuck boys should hang out with fuck boys. What is it?
So you're saying it sounds like what you're asking is that people should stay in designated groups that they fall under, right? Now, I don't want to be Jordan Peterson on your ass right now and say you can separate yourself into infinite amount of groups, so then it's whatever. I think what you really mean to say is couples to stay with couples and hang out with people that are in relationships, and single people hang out with single people is basically what you're trying to ask. Not hoes and fuck boys and dark skin and light skin. You're trying to be more specific towards couples and single people. Okay. Do I think that they should hang out with each other? Yeah, I think that they hang out with each other. It's good to get a taste of the other side. Remember what it's like out there.
Normally, should you be hanging out? Okay, basically like this. You're in a relationship. Should you be hanging out most of the time with people that are also in a relationship? Or should you be hanging out with people that are always in a single relationship? Single.
Well, what's the argument for why you shouldn't?
Why you shouldn't hang out with people that are taken if you're taken?
No. So what's the argument for if you are taken, why shouldn't you hang out with single people? Like people that are single?
Oh, because people that are single in a way.
I imagine. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me add a caveat. I imagine you mean by yourself, not with your couple, not with your significant other.
But what do you mean?
So when you're saying that couples or people within a relationship should only hang out with people that's within a relationship, do you mean both of them together hanging out with the person that's single, or just one individual hanging out with the person that's single? Because it's different between both situations. Because if you guys are both hanging out,
no, I think you're overcomplicating this whole thing way more than it has to be. If you're taken, I mean that you should probably hang out most of the time with people that are in a relationship, either as a couple or that are already taken. Let's just say that your girl goes out with, I don't know, to the bar with her girlfriends and they're all in relationships. The reason for that is because at the end of the day, single people and taken people are all recruiters. Single people are trying to recruit you to their side. And this is the example I'm going to give you, right? When I was in, I think like freshman year of college, I was in a relationship and I used to hang out with these other two girls that were single at the time. When those two girls were single, they were always complaining that I was in a relationship. They wanted me to hang out with them. Now, what ended up happening? One of the girls ended up getting into a relationship. So she started hanging out more with me now. And then the girl that was left alone, she was now complaining, why are you guys hanging out with your girlfriend and boyfriend? You should hang out with me. And then if one of us had a problem with our significant other, the person that was single would multiply that problem. We'll be like, no, you should leave him. 100% leave him. Dust them. Basically trying to say, leave his ass so you can come back to me, while I, that was in a relationship, was encouraging that person to stay in their relationship.
Got you. So that's the example. And the question that appears from that example is, should you and your friend, should your friend and yourself had hung out with a single friend, or should you guys just stayed hanging out with each other and got rid of the single friend?
You don't have to get rid of them, but it is best for your relationship to hang out with people that are like-minded. They are trying to stay in their relationship because that's going to push you together instead of pushing you apart.
That's interesting. I mean,
Now,
I
yeah, go ahead.
I don't think I was overcomplicating things. I think I was clarifying it a little earlier because wait, because here's the clarification. If you and your girlfriend in that scenario, right? Is it wrong if you and your girlfriend both hang out with your single friend? Maybe not.
No.
But it might be weird if only one of you hang out with your single friend. That's why I was clarifying. It are both people in the relationship hanging out with a single friend, or just one individual hanging out with a single friend? Because that's very different, right? Because because imagine like this: you guys can all go to the club together. You guys can all go to the club together. You and your girlfriend and your friend and her significant other can go to the club together. And a single friend, if she has friends or if she wants to go out and meet someone, she can also go to the club with you guys. But maybe it's different if only you and that one friend goes to the club together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think in both instances, it's still in both. I see what you're saying, but in both examples, it still creates a problem. Because if I go hang out with my single friend by myself, that creates a problem because now that single friend is, like she's pushing me and my.
Well, it depends on your single
apart.
friend.
I mean, depends, but like the scenario is most people are recruiters. They're gonna try to separate you. Yes, there are people that you can hang out with who are single and they won't push your relationship apart. But I'm just gonna keep it to this example, right?
Mhm.
If we hang out together, there still might be that little jealousy that person still has. Plus, majority of the time, you're not gonna hang out with just your single friend. I don't think you and Veronica hang out with one of her friends a lot. Does that happen?
Do we hang out with one of her friends a lot?
Just one. It could be any of them.
Depends what you mean by a lot. Have you hung out? I think all of her friends are single.
Okay, but you hang out with them every week?
Well, wait. She has one friend that's not single, but kind of is single.
Okay, who gives a shit? Do you hang out with that person? Do you hang out with her friends every week? Are you hanging out with at least one of her friends?
No, but I don't. But I don't even hang out with all my friends once a week.
Yes, but because you're in a relationship. If you were single, I'm pretty sure you would be hanging out with your friends a lot more.
So you're suggesting if I was single, I'd hang out with friends more often?
You would.
Probably true. Well, what do you think that is, though?
What?
Why do you think that when a guy? I'm sorry, because this is a tangent. We're going off the original topic, but we'll go right back to it.
Yeah.
Why do you think guys hang out with their friends more often when they're not in a relationship? I mean, I think I know why.
They don't have a pussy. Who's calling? Who's calling?
Oh my god. Spam number. Sorry about that.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Well, they don't have a pussy, so that's why it's. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Like, you just want to hang out with your significant other. I don't know. I never really thought about it much. I guess
that is interesting though, because that is true. Because when guys become, well, it depends. It depends on the guy, and it depends on what point of their lives they're in. Because
in general, for God's sakes, are we gonna point every single?
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, you're making my topic so much more complicated.
I'm sorry. It's just the way I think. It's the way I think. Okay, back to the original topic. Should people in relationships hang out with single people, or should they just stick with other couples?
Now, just to double clarify, because you're gonna need this. I'm not saying that you never have to hang out with Veronica's single friends. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that it's beneficial for your relationship to hang out with people that are also in a relationship, because they will tend to push you together in times of, you could say, of trouble.
Here's the argument. Here's a good point for you, and I think this is a good point for your side of the argument, right? I was hanging out with a couple of buddies of mine. We went downtown San Antonio, And I have a buddy of mine, Chris, that owns an apartment over there. He's a realtor. And so we went to his apartment and whatnot. And one of his buddies brought a girl over, right? And you know, Texas has this real thing where men and women separate for whatever reason. It's like segregation. It's weird. I'm not really used to it, but for whatever reason, separation always happens whenever we hang out. So the guys have one side of the room. The girls all take the balcony. Don't know why. So they're on the balcony, and later on that night, when I'm leaving with when my girlfriend and I are leaving, she relates to me that a girl that one of my friends had brought was trying to suggest that the girls there that were in relationships shouldn't look at relationships so stringent. Like they shouldn't look at relationships like, oh, it's an assured thing, right? Because they start talking about marriage. All the girls there have been in relationships for a while, and they start talking about marriage and stuff. And I'm not remembering what her name is. I think it's something. I think it begins with a J or whatever. But that's not important. So I'll give you an example. There's a nice lady there, a nice young lady there named Gabby, and she's been with her man for a couple of years now, right? They went ring shopping. They went ring shopping in December or whatever, right? And so you know, we're all hanging out or whatever, or they're hanging out or whatever, and she tells and you know, Gabby's, I guess, suggests that, oh yeah, I can't wait to get married. I wonder when he's gonna propose to me. Or this is what I want for my wedding, right? Now, we didn't know, or I personally didn't know, that the female that came thereafter wasn't in a relationship with the guy that came there, or the buddy of mine that was there as well. I didn't know they weren't in a relationship. I had no idea. I didn't really know the guy at this point in time. So she tells Gabby, "Oh, but why do you think that you're gonna get married? Maybe it's not gonna happen. Maybe you should go back to school." And like, she started suggesting like rapid fire ideas of whatever else that she should do besides get married, right? And and Gabby was like, no. And then she was like, what do you mean? You know, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, blah, 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 you know, whatever. And then she was like, no, I'm gonna get married to him, right? And then my girl was like, you know how Veronica is. She was like, that's right, girl. You know, she hit her with the girl power.
God, girl. Oh my God.
There you go, girl. And then, you know, there was a girl there that kind of started leaning towards what the friend was saying. And that goes to your point. There was a girl there that was leaning towards what the new girl was saying about relationships in general. And it wasn't until Veronica said, nah, like, you know, when Gabby first stepped up and then Veronica also piled on top of that, then the last girl was like, yeah, no, you know, this is weird. Yeah, no, I love my man. I'm gonna marry him too.
Yeah.
But that's to your point.
Yeah.
Single people.
She's recruiting. That's what she's doing.
What do you mean recruiting? Explain that to me.
She's not doing it intentionally. I don't think she didn't go into the party trying to be like, you know what, all these taken girls, I'm gonna recruit them to be single. That's not what she's not doing it intentionally. But in some way, she's trying to recruit people to her ideology of saying, don't take it seriously. You know, I mean, you already know exactly what I mean by it. She's trying to just convince people to her side. She's recruiting people to her side, not intentionally, but that's what she's doing without knowing.
Like she's trying to recruit people into living her lifestyle.
In a way, not on purpose. I don't think she went there on purpose. Like, I'm a recruit motherfucker.
It's like here's the light. Come to the light. You know.
Yeah.
Over there is darkness. Over there is fear. Over there is relationships. Over there is responsibilities.
That's what the single person does. She plans doubt. Because I mean, I've seen it multiple times with like other with my friends that have been in relationships and for example, the example that I gave you, that girl that was putting all that doubt into that relationship, kind of, I don't want to say she fucked that up because it was already kind of going down that path. But when I was in a relationship we kept that, we pushed that relationship to stay together a lot more than she did. She was trying to break it apart while we were trying to if that makes any sense.
Mm.
And when I say fix it, we're not like trying to like give them counsel. We were just, if he did something, I would say, well, look, think about it from his perspective. Put yourself in his shoes. While her advice would be, oh no, F him. Why are you with him? You're still young, you're still beautiful, you still have a bunch of options. Go get them, right? So there's two trains of, I guess, thought of those who handle the situation.
Okay, here's my counter question to you, right? It might, well, first, I don't want to say, okay, I'll start off like this. But it might not always be the single person's fault, right? So let's say someone's in a relationship. Let's say someone's not in a relationship. Or no, excuse me. Let's say someone's in a relationship. Let's say there's a couple or whatever. And in this scenario, there's a guy. A guy within a relationship hangs out with a single friend. Now his single friend is also a guy, and this guy's a stud. This guy's a Chad, and he's getting any girl he wants whenever he wants. And they go out wherever they want. They go out somewhere, right? And he sees Chad, for lack of a better term, just pulling bitches left and right, pulling bitches left and right, pulling bitches left and right, right? Now, in that scenario, I don't believe that the single friend is actually doing something wrong. They're doing something that, or Chad is doing something that he would do on a regular basis, right? But now the other gentleman that is in a relationship sees that and he thinks to himself, wow, that's the life.
That pastor's greenery the other side. That's what he's gonna think.
Yeah, that wow, that's the life. I wish I could do that. And then it turns, and I've seen this happen before. It turns the vision, the girlfriend or partner that he's with or whatever, he doesn't even see that person as their the partner anymore. He sees the person as shackles. I'm caged up. I'm not free to pursue anything I want to pursue, like Chad is. And Chad is free and he has no shackles on him. What do you think about that?
I mean, nothing. I don't think that it's not supposed to be meant as an absolute. Like that Chad is not. Again, he's not recruiting on purpose. He's just showing him something that he might want a lot more. And I mean, again, it's maybe not his fault. I mean, he just thinks that it might be greener on the other side, and he might go for it and break up with the girl. But I mean, maybe he was hanging out with taking people. He would start realizing, oh shit, I mean, I have it pretty good, because he doesn't know what the problems the Chad goes to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you
constantly getting checked, bringing random people to our house. Things might go missing. A lot of things. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with
STDs
or hanging out. Yeah, with hanging out with random women. Yeah.
I mean, he's just looking at the perfect picture. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's not an absolute. It doesn't mean that you should never hang out with the single people, and the single people are evil, and single people are trying to like destroy your relationship. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, well, a healthier relationship might have other like-minded people around you that might promote marriage in that case, versus in your scenario where you have one that was just, little witch just stabbing motherfuckers.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The idea of marriage between generations is like the way, I don't even want to say a generation ago, the way 2 generations ago looked at marriage compared to the way people nowadays look at marriage is so different. It's actually crazy.
Let me ask you something. I guess, I mean, just to end the conversation real quick, I mean, you kind of agree, taking people, most of the time, you probably hang out with taking people, like-minded people. Where's your mind at before you move on? Because I'm gonna make another point.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but I think that single friends and friends that are in relationships usually without any intervention, they'll stop hanging out with each other. They'll stop hanging out with each other just by themselves. It's like an automatic thing where, hey man, you start hanging out with more your significant other in the first place. That's one.
Yeah.
And then 2, you probably start doing things that you probably weren't doing before the relationship in the first place.
And some single people are fine with that and be like, yeah, I know you're doing your thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I would move to Texas and hang out with Veronica, I don't think I would care much. We're like, deuces. Yeah. Goodbye, motherfuckers. You're welcome. I'll take all the credit in the marriage, by
So,
the way.
so we can close the conversation right there.
All right.
What do you want to bring up?
No, it's because I saw a poster. This is from an older guy, and I think he mentioned like he was in his second or third marriage, and I was
Second or third marriage.
yeah,
Probably
and that's
better in
not
frame right here.
yeah, and that's not like I'm saying it in a bad way. I just found that interesting that he will be in he's trying to find the one that he wants to end up with, while now we kind of want to just have it right the first time. If that makes any sense. Like we don't want to fuck up marriage. Like it's such a I don't even want to attempt to have something serious with someone unless I know for sure this is the person. Versus with him, it was like, well, I met this person, everything was amazing. We got married, it didn't work. You know, they did divorce, and then he was perfectly fine trying again.
Okay.
Because I think people now wouldn't try again. They're like, oh no, it didn't work. You know, it's horrible. Or they would. They
Oh,
didn't
so
want to try.
what, marriage again after the first divorce? After the first divorce?
Yeah, like the first guy, the older man, was willing to try again with somebody else. Versus now, I think in my generation, we're afraid to even give it a shot.
Was he? You probably don't even know this. Was he like religious in nature, or do you know?
Yeah, he's really. I think he's Jewish.
Oh, Jewish. Well, yeah, makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah, but still older. I mean, I think. I mean, I don't know anything. I don't know how Jewish of my generation think, but I'm just saying, even from my generation, I don't think from my generation people are so like happy to get married or give it a try. It's kind of like one of those things that is really serious, or like, oh, I don't want to try it, or it takes me years, or this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, they're
Yeah,
not so willing to do it.
I hear what you're saying. Someone that just kept getting married over and over and over again.
Well, he just married twice, by the way.
Oh yeah, he just got married twice.
Yeah, it's just the first time didn't work, but he was willing to
But
try.
he was willing to try again.
Yeah, that's my main point. He's willing to try. The older generation are willing to try, versus us, that in general most of us are not.
You know, to that point, I met one. No, I didn't meet someone. I knew her. I've probably known her for about a year now. It's a coworker of mine, and man, I don't want to give out too much information. Without saying too much, her current relationship, or the person she's with in a relationship with, really wants to get married. And I believe, or she has suggested to me that she does not want to get married. She's an older lady, you know, she's in her 50s. And, you know, I was asking her about it. And I brought up a point. I brought it up to my secretary here as well.
Cole Kevin Samuels. So Cole Kevin Samuels.
Oh, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think this idea is radical. But so far, no one's told me it's a radical idea. Well, my secretary thought it was a radical idea at first until I explained it, and then she's like, "Oh, it kind of makes perfect sense."
What's the radical idea?
So this is the radical idea. If you just get married, it's 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. That's the time frame, really. 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. I don't think you can actually do anything legally after that. If the person was to lie to you within that time frame, you should get the marriage annulled. You guys should not be together.
Go back to it, or do you want to stick to this conversation?
What do you mean?
Because I thought we were talking about. I mean, you want to talk about this now? I just want.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I jumped topic. Yeah.
I just want to keep on track, and I don't mind going back to it. This is fine.
Okay. No. Keep me on track. The thing. Oh yeah. So it's weird that, you know, for the instance of the gentleman that you're talking about, that he wants to keep trying relationships, or he was willing to get married like this. But it might have been that, you know, he liked being married, and maybe the other person didn't like being married. From what the lady has explained to me, the old marriage brought the worst in her, brought the absolute worst in her, and she's still to this day is still recovering from that, and she's basically hasn't been with the person that she was married with initially for years at this point. I mean, and the person she's with now is kind, sweetheart, loves her, she loves him, but she does not want to get married right now. Like, she's not ready for it.
I mean, I know you probably can't say anything, but has she gone to therapy, or it's one of those I'm gonna deal it by myself type situations?
I based on no evidence, I believe it's the latter. I believe it's
not going there.
She has not done anything. That she just wants to do everything by herself.
Well, that's
But
not
she
gonna
comes.
work.
But she comes from that generation.
I mean, that's not gonna work dealing with things like that by yourself.
Now back to my radical idea.
So you're saying that if I get married, I get a month. What is it? A month?
My radical idea is that if you are newlywed,
Okay.
if the person you're newlywed to lies to you about anything, doesn't matter how small, the thing is.
She got
in
taken
the
down by
first month.
5 guys.
If that person lies to you about
bro.
anything, right? That's a big lie, but it doesn't matter. Lies about anything I'll give an exception to the rule, right? If they lie about something that's to benefit you, and what I mean by benefit you is that they're about to surprise you with something. Like the cost of the lie was so that it wouldn't be ruined. That's one thing, right? But now it's if the lie is you're gonna go here and you're actually somewhere else, that's unacceptable.
So you're saying for a month?
For a month, yeah. If the person makes any significant, I'll probably add that.
I think
if person does any significant lie within a month, that you should get divorced, or you should what's the word?
Annul
the marriage.
I don't think
because
you're radical at all. I think you should have a year free trial, bitch. If I find anything under that year, you clip.
You have a year free trial?
Yeah,
that's a long
bitch.
time.
Yeah. A month is nothing. I mean, you know how fast a month passes? I mean, sometimes you're busy. I mean, come on. I mean, you work all the freaking time. A month?
There's no way someone doesn't lie for a full year.
Exactly.
A full calendar year.
Well, but you're saying something about something significant and serious.
Significant enough. It doesn't. Here, I'll give you an example. Significant enough that's not serious is, let's say, cheating before marriage, right? I mean, that's obviously super significant. That's super serious, right? That's regardless of what that relationship is done, right? But let's go for another situation where it's like, I don't know. The person said they was gonna hang out with someone. They was gonna hang out with their friends, right? And let's say they said someone that anyone you guys had an issue with was not going to be there no matter what. That person ends up there, and then your wife or husband does not let you know about that happening. That is a form of lie, and that's keeping things in the dark. If you were to find out about it without that person telling you, then I believe within the first month that you should leave the person that you're with.
I'll bring it down to 6 months.
6 months?
That's all you get out of me. 6 months. I don't go for
6 months. I mean, a situation like that, I think that's serious enough.
You get 6 months out of me. Yeah, free trial.
6 months.
Look, I mean, now we're talking about like marriage and free trials. I think that.
Well, hang on. Let me explain. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off. Let me explain why I picked. Let me explain why I picked the first month.
Okay.
I picked the first month because that is the fresh. That's how fresh the marriage is in your head. Anytime after, I think anytime like 2 months, 3 months. I feel like first month, you guys are just in love. There's no set roles. There's no set rules on the relationship yet. There's nothing super set at that point. Month 2, you're settling in. Month 2, you guys had already decided how you guys want to paint the walls inside your house. That's month 2. Things already established. So you want to iron out those issues and make sure those issues don't exist before the second month. That's why I go first month. I think anything beyond that, 6 months or whatever, after you already lived together for so long, after there's already so much to lose, then you become less and less likely to do a big move like, let's get the fuck out of here.
That's why the longer it is, the more serious the thing has to be. I mean, listen, bro, if I'm home and I find out my girl got gangbanged by 5 black guys, I don't have a problem.
Oh my God.
Go on, you won't have a problem? Jesus Christ. Look, now we're talking about marriage. I think there's a couple of things that people should do before they get married. I think one of them is, I think it's called pre-counseling, premarital counseling. And I think they should answer this question, which is, if you were to have an argument with your significant other, and when I say argument, I mean you just leave. You don't want to talk to her. You don't want to see this person. Who is the first? I'm gonna say 2 people that you call immediately. Who are the first 2 people?
Wait, so if you have an argument, or you're not with the person anymore?
No, you're with the person, and you guys have a serious argument that you're really frustrated and angry, and you don't know what to do. You need to answer who is the first 2 people you're gonna go to for counseling. Before you get married. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
the first person.
Wait, hold on. Let me explain to you.
Oh, sorry.
Because those 2 people may either break it or make it. Because if you call the right person, they might push you closer. They will push you closer. They might tell you, "Hey, Sam, wait, hold up. You gotta understand. Like, you know how she is, yada yada yada." Versus if you call the wrong person, they might try to convince you to end it. And I'm gonna take full credit for this, motherfuckers. Veronica, are you listening to me? Because I'm the GOAT. When I go to Texas, I want a red carpet, flowers.
You hear him?
I want horses. I want a Glock 19 on my name. All right. I want all types of gifts. Because there's been times Sam has come up to me and he was like,
"Oh my God.
Bro, and I have fought for you. I fought for you all these
He said
years."
Basically the reason he's bringing it up is like, there's moments where I called him, I'm like, "Yo, bro," and I'd rant about whatever the fuck was going on.
Have I ever said break up with her?
And he's never said break up with you ever. Any argument we've ever had.
I remember a specific time that I'm not gonna mention it, but I better have 2 Mexicans by the time I come.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, I'll make my point.
Okay. First 2 people I'll call.
I'm default. Like
I guess. Yeah. You're definitely default.
You gotta pick another 2. You can't pick me. That's too easy.
That's hard. Definitely my mom. Yeah. Definitely my mom. I'll definitely call my mom.
Someone that would defend her, basically. It's kind of like who you need to be.
Yeah, I'll call my mom because she would probably defend Veronica and make a case for her.
Yeah.
Hey, but remember this, remember that.
Yeah.
Second person I'll call.
And you gotta ask her, well, 2 people, and then you gotta bet them. If those answers are wrong,
probably Matt. My cousin Matt, and that lives in Tennessee. Yeah, because anyone else I would pick. It would be too. Because I'm very good at formulating arguments. I'm very good at dialing in the points that I'm trying to make when I'm trying to formulate an argument. But Matt he's the complete opposite of that. Matt is empathetic to almost everything. He's a super nice, sweet guy. To that point is that I believe that he would notice that I was in pain, and he would let me get it all off my chest. And then later on he would ask me, "All right, so what do you really want to do? Like, you tell me all these things, but what do you really want to do? Do you just want to get it off your chest and figure out what you should do to fix the situation?" And that's a good way to approach this situation. I have certain friends, and I know how I can be negative when I am negative, and I have the cloud of anger around me. I can paint a picture of how a person is, and it'll look very negative. I can paint that picture like I'm fucking Picasso, no problem. But you need someone on your side. For instance, you and multiple times I've been in a situation where I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck? And you for the most part, you sat there and listened first. You sat there and listened, and you go, bro, I don't know. And that's it. That's basically what you said. No, bro, I don't know.
Well, depends.
But the thing is, a non-response sometimes can be better than a response, because any response you could have given me based off my mood could have worked against you or worked against. It could have worked with my emotion, which probably would have made me make, which probably would have led me to making a worse decision at the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So Matt and my mom, probably people I call.
She got. Can you say
who she got? Oh, she got dumbass friends.
Then you fuck, bro, and run.
Yeah, she got. Listen, man. Her friends cannot. Oh, she has one friend. She has one friend. Yeah, that's a good point. She does have one friend, Sarah.
Okay.
You know Sarah.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, okay, you have one who will have your back.
She has one friend. She will
have your back.
Yeah, she would have my back.
Okay.
But the rest, anyone she called anyone from her family, like her mom and stuff like that, they would fucking poop on me. They would like shit on me in an instant. Yes, they would. All they'll need to see is you crying. That's it.
And it's clipped. See, that's
depends on what. Huh? You're just upset. Doesn't matter what I did. If you're just upset, they won't take my side. Yeah. But when have they taken my side?
They have.
When?
They're not crying for a good reason.
No, but
like when?
But when I'm remember, my scenario is she's angry.
What?
Like, remember,
she's angry.
Remember, my scenario is you guys are mad. You guys don't want to see each other. You guys are illogical right now. You guys are not thinking. You need somebody that is able to identify that state and be like, hold up. But look at all the things that Sam did. He moved from New York here for you. He tried multiple times.
Definitely Sarah. She doesn't have another friend.
Yeah, they're all losers.
She doesn't have another friend, and she doesn't have a family member, actually.
Damn, man. You gotta find somebody else. You need to have at least two. I'm trying to help you.
Do it to myself. I talk to myself all the time.
Yeah, man, her friends suck.
Well, this is an advice not just for Sam, but for everyone, myself included. I need to
hold on a second. I'm getting information.
I'm my biggest friend.
What she said? Sarah's hot.
She said some psychotic shit, bro. You don't even want to know what she said. She said some weird shit, thinking that it was some Einstein level of genius, but she was really saying some Joker level of insanity. And I'm not going to repeat it on this podcast.
And because I have her back, I think you should stay with that.
We did a personality test. Did I tell you?
Okay, sure. How to go?
We did a personality test, and well, I'm not sure what your relationship status is right now, but it's probably something that would be really good to do with a significant other, because there's a couples one that Jordan Peterson does. I got to mention this guy on this podcast, but Jordan Peterson has, and we did it, and there was some similarities. There was some similarities that we had where it was we both ranged in the medium and stuff like that, right? I ranked pretty high in assertiveness. She ranked very low in assertiveness.
Yeah,
I ranked low in openness, or I ranked high in openness. She ranked low in openness. She ranked high in neuroticism. I ranked low in neuroticism.
You were the whole out of the two.
Huh?
I thought you were the whole out of the two.
You know what neuroticism means?
Oh, I thought you said eroticism, like
not eroticism. I am the whole of the two, but neuroticism is basically just how, I guess a better way to say is how empathetic you are around negative emotions, right? So whenever something negative is going around you, how often does it influence you? And to me, it's virtually never. But for her, it's more often than anything. Like, I can see something negative happen, and I'll think my way through it. I don't go to emotions immediately, which is, maybe that's weird. Maybe I'm a fucking psychopath. But my initial mode of thinking is, if a disaster happens, I've seen car accidents. I've been in situations where things were falling down. There was a cast iron steel pipe at one of my job sites. Like, literally, like, that shit must have been like 1,000 pounds falling down and stuff like that. And my initial thought isn't to get scared. My initial thought is to, how can I stop that from falling so other people don't die or get hurt or whatever like that. It's weird. But and there's other things like intellect or whatever. Like, we scored on different different things, right? But she got upset over the findings because it's a personality test, and she she I want to do it again. I want to get a better score. I'm like, it's not that kind of test.
Like the SATs.
Yeah, like it's not that kind of test. And she was a little upset in the first place. I'm like, how are you gonna be upset about who you are? You can't be upset about who you are. That test basically shows who you are as a person or your tendencies. Yeah. And that's in a vacuum, right? They're not testing your personality when you're upset. For instance, let's say you're angry, right? When people are angry, they're much more assertive than they are when they're not angry. They're much more, no, I don't want to do this. No. You know what I mean? Even kids. So it's like, it's not saying that those personality traits are that way till infinity. It's saying in your medium state, that's what it seems like your personality is. Also, I'd let her know that when we did the couples one, we didn't finish going through it, but a lot of it suggested that we would already get a couple together, because wherever I have a deficiency, well, let's say in openness or in politeness, I scored very low in politeness, which is weird because I thought I was a well-mannered person. Yeah. I thought I was a well-mannered person. Apparently, I am not.
You're a fucking cunt.
Yeah. So I scored very low in politeness, and she scored high in politeness, but the thing is, her high and my low, her high brings me to a medium because she can control my impoliteness at times. You know what I mean?
He made you a better person.
Yeah. Well, no, because I'm still the same person, but together, together, we're better people.
And technically, I'm gonna take the credit because I pushed it together. So I made you better. Jesus, I deserve a medal.
I have a question for you. Right?
I had another one. Okay, whatever, sure, go.
Here's a question for you. And it's gonna be an interesting question because it's funny, but it's only funny for us. It's not funny for no one else. Oh. Right. Okay, go. So here's a question for you, right? I have a friend, a dear friend of mine, that at one point of his life, he was talking to this girl. Okay. Right. And I asked him to show me a picture of this girl when she first came into the picture or whatever like that. And he was a little iffy on showing me a picture of the girl. So I was like, okay, no problem. She's probably ugly. It's not that big of a deal. It's whatever. It is what it is. Right. Because guys do that. Usually whenever guys unwilling to really show their girls because something fucked up, jacked up about something, whatever. Like fucking one titty's way smaller than the other. I don't know. A nose look like she got punched by Floyd Mayweather. I don't know, man. It's whatever random shit it is, right? Eventually they got into a relationship. And I don't know. I was in a situation. It was very awkward. I was sitting down with them, and the topic came up about the girlfriend potentially cheating when they were talking, but they were talking and moving towards relationship. Like, I guess the guy was suggesting that, he had dropped whoever he's talking to, and she had dropped whoever she was talking to. And she made it seem as if they were going into a relationship. But after they got into a relationship, she basically made it clear, like a day or two or a week. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what the time frame is. But basically after that, she basically made it known to the guy that she was having sex with other guys right before him. What do you suggest for that man, for that guy? What do you think he should have done? Right now, I believe he's not together with that girl. But in hindsight, to me, I'm curious on what advice do you think that man should have?
Okay, hold on. Let's repeat. They were talking, they were heading into a relationship. Okay. She told him right before we got into a relationship, I was still having sex with other guys.
No, they're in a relationship.
They're in a relationship.
They're in a relationship, but right before you're in a relationship, we're talking about days, maybe even a week. but they've been talking for a while, and it's clear that the relationship is moving towards. It's clear that the talking is moving toward the relationship, right? I believe. I can't confirm. I believe conversations were had where the guy and the girl were both talking about those getting into their hoes. You know, they were taking each other more seriously. Those talks were being had. After they get into a relationship, I'm not sure if she tells him. It might be that she told him. It might be that he finds out that she ended up having sex with a couple guys right before the relationship happened, right before the relationship started. Now they're not together, or I think now they're not together. I haven't really confirmed, or if they're together or not, because it's not really none of my business. But I'm curious on what do you think that guy should have done in that moment after finding all that stuff out?
He should have gone into Tinder and got him the fuck out of there.
He should have gone to Tinder. He should have gone to Tinder.
He should have been the Tinder Swirl 2.0.
Tinder swindler. Why you saying Tinder swirl?
Because I thought that's what it sounds. It's not a swirl.
It's not a fucking ice cream cone.
I swear to God, honestly, I didn't really look at the title. I just saw SWs. I was like, oh, swirl. And I kept it moving. You know how I am. I just fucking look at shit and I kept it moving. I moved, grabbed a couple of red pills, maybe a black pill in there, maybe a blue pill for glue measure. Get the fuck out of there.
You get a blue chew.
Get a blue chew.
So you think he should have hit and dipped?
I don't know about hit. You know what? For good measure. Why not hit? For good
he probably should have hit he probably should have hit and dipped, right? Just like the other guys.
Yeah.
It was his turn.
Yeah. Hit and hit. Hit it and quit it. It's just actually I can't mention that one.
It's crazy though, because that guy ended up going through pain with that girl.
Yeah, he did.
He ended up going through pain with that girl, and
Well, I mean, that's not exactly how that happened.
Me being a friend, okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about a friend telling another friend that the person they're with might not be the right person for them? It's speaking from experience, is one of the hardest things to do. It is hard because it can ruin a friendship. It can ruin a relationship, and that might be good in the first place. But I feel like friends, close friends, like I'm talking about brothers, sisters, like they love each other like their family, have the right, not it's a moral, you have a mission to make sure that you're always truthful to your friends.
Yes.
And you see the things that you see.
Yes.
Would you ever tell any of your friends that they're in a relationship that is not good, not healthy, and not only is it not healthy, it's a very mismatched relationship?
Yes, I have. But after that, I'm done. Makes sense. It's like, to make a long story short, there was this girl that I knew, she was one of our friends, and she was in a really toxic relationship with this guy that ended up abusing her physically. So we all had a conversation with her. We told her once, and after that, I was like, well, my job is done here. Because we were good friends. We weren't impressive.
I think you told me the story. Before.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of told her that, and then, she got mad at it, but, we kind of did our job as friends, and that was that. And she was free to do whatever she wanted after that. But we had that I told you so lock and loaded. So, yeah, that's basically it. Just mention it, leave it alone. Not your relationship at the end of the day. It's nothing you can do. You can't force him. As a matter of fact, I think if you keep annoying him, he might just get closer to her.
That is true.
Yeah.
If it looks like it did look like the more I said, the more my opinions mattered, and the closer they got together. Which doesn't mean that it's not a negative thing. It's not a negative thing because
I mean, to add, they're yes, you see the bad, but there's also the good that you might not see.
There's always good, yes. There's always good you're not seeing.
Yeah. So he might be like, well, I think you're misjudging her a little bit too harshly.
Yes.
So it goes like that. That's who it is.
Okay, you can actually question.
That's my question. That story was a little bit changed a little bit. And that is black now.
Yeah, I changed.
Yeah.
I changed it. To wanted it to match a little. Let me see. Can I get it back up there? How did it even get up there, man? I don't even know.
I don't know. It just does whatever it wants. So I don't know what to tell you. It's not me because this thing is blocking it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man.
yeah, let me get the last question.
Zoom just likes the points I make.
Oh yes. This one. Do you have a responsibility to your significant other to stay attractive to them? So you to Veronica and Veronica to you. This one, I'll bring it up. I'm gonna give you the example real quick. Let me give you the example real quick. I got into a big argument with one of my friends, Eric. If you're watching, you asshole, because freshman year I met a girl. I was addicted. I know you
infatuated.
She was like cocaine from Mexico, the finest breed of cocaine. Anyways, back in the day, I didn't used to go out very much. So with her was the first time that I started going out with girls, with her specifically. So before, I used to just dress for myself. I used to wear like, my Nike Techs and my shirts because I used to go to the gym. That's what I used to go to do. Just work, gym, school. Instead of hanging out with her, I started dressing differently because I started dressing more for the occasion. We're going out to eat sushi and restaurants and shit like that. And she also made a comment about the stash. Like I asked her, like, hey, what do you think about the mustache that I had? And she was like, I think you should try shaving it. Let's see how it looks. And I was like, yeah, I kind of look like a pedophile with it anyways. So I shaved it. My friend Eric was like, you changed for her. And I said, no, I didn't change for her. I just started dressing more for the occasion. Because I brought up the point like, wait, hold up. If you go to a wedding, you're not going to show up to a wedding with your sweatpants. You're going to dress appropriately. Okay. You're going to dress for the occasion. You didn't change for her. I mean, you changed for the places that you were going. That makes sense. Like my personality didn't change. I just dressed more appropriately. Did that make sense? Did I make a good argument by saying that I didn't change? I was the same asshole.
Did you change? No, I would say you didn't change, but yes, you did. And to his point, I don't want to say you changed for her, but you speaking to her or going on dates with her made you realize that you needed to mature up a little bit more and actually dress appropriately for where you was going. That's true. You hanging out with her and you talking to her was the catalyst to you learning to not dress like you going to the gym 24/7, which is true.
Yeah.
I find it weird. Damn, bro. I have a buddy. That, and he took this joke very offensively. To this day, I don't know why. I'll never bring it up to him again. But I don't know. It started off as the week before a week ago he had brought cream pies, or the week before that he had brought these little cream pie fiber bars to class. Like those box of like fiber bars you can get. He brought that to class. Like, firstly, that's a grocery to bring home, but okay, whatever, right? So he's just handing it out to people, and I'm in my head like, this guy is different. You came to class with a pack of fiber bars. He's just giving it out, cream pies, right? Now, the following week, so this would be last week. He came there with a protein shake, and it was a cinnamon swirl. Okay. I made a joke of, man, you're really into cream pies, huh? Everything you have has the super creamy, right? Good joke, by the way. I'm kind of, it's a past joke. I'm bringing to a current joke. People start laughing about the joke, right? So everyone's laughing and stuff like that, right? And I started making observations, right? Like, I'm like, firstly, what made you bring a pack of fucking fiber bars to class to learn about sheet metal? And he goes, I don't know, right? Okay, whatever. It's not really the point. So I start going at him because I'm starting to see something. You know, when you see like a thread of a joke, you keep pulling it because you feel like you about to hit somewhere with that joke. Like this, there's something at the end of the joke that's just beautiful. That's coming. There's something there. You don't know what it is yet, but you're just trying to find it, right? So I start off with small little things like, hey man, I want to get you drunk or high one day because I feel like you make decisions that are so stupid. I just have to see what decisions you'd make influenced, right? Oh man, that's fucked up, but whatever. All right. And apparently this was a joke that took it too far. Let me know what you think. I think this joke is fair game, but to him it was too far, right? So I look at him, I'm like, man, you have diamond earrings, you have a gold chain on, and you still don't have a hairline. You don't get haircuts, man. When's the last time you got a haircut? That's the beginning of the joke, right? I was gonna lead into, you basically spend your money retardedly because all you do is talk about buying stupid stuff and you don't even have a haircut, right? That's the main premise of the joke. He goes, it doesn't matter because my girlfriend's gonna like me either way. If I'm fat, I'm skinny, or if I have a haircut, I don't have a haircut, no matter what, she's gonna love me. So I go to him, I go, you don't want you, and it's not even a joke, it's a question. You don't want to look good for your girl? I mean, I'm happy when my girl looks good for me. I think it's my responsibility to make sure I keep up appearances for my girl because I want her to stay attracted to me. It's only but so much love can do for you if you're not attracted to the person.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
So that goes to the point, the question that you're asking. And he was like, you know what, man? It's none of your business. You have no idea about my relationship, this and that, blah, blah, blah. See, he just got so angry. And it was awkward the rest of the night. Right. And to my point about that is like, it seems as if there are individuals in relationships that believe that after you get into a relationship, you don't have to work anymore. You don't have to look good anymore. You don't have to care about and I am not of that belief.
No.
I am of the belief that it is my job to guarantee, I don't want to say guarantee, I want to say it's my job to look fit and good enough so that my girl, wife, mother or a mother of my children will always think I would hope would always think I'm some form of attractive, because who else am I trying to keep happy? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the only person I'm trying to keep happy and look good for it would be her.
Yeah.
Right. I also appreciate when we go on dates, when she throws on some high heels and she throws on a nice dress and she does her hair and she does her makeup, and I appreciate those things. I appreciate the fact that she goes to the gym about as often as I do, and she keeps herself in shape. Right. And I've also spoken to my girlfriend in the future, or she's claimed that in the future, if she were to have kids or we were to have kids together, that after having kids, she'll go right back to the gym to try to keep her figure the way she wants to keep it. I'm of the belief that that's fine.
So you're not in the belief that she should accept you as, or you should accept her as how she is.
I'm of the belief that when you're in a relationship, I'm of the belief that when you're in a relationship, if that person stops pushing you to be all that you can be, it's no longer a relationship. It's you become like one. That's why usually this is about to be now. Here's why I'm about to say something controversial. That's why most fat couples are fat, and they stay fat, and they never not be fat. Sometimes they even meet each other fat. But what's even more depressing is when they meet each other skinny, or when they meet each other fit, and then they get fat, and then you see the way they talk to each other. Yeah, it's like, well, I don't value you anymore because you didn't. But that comes. I believe that comes from your job, my job in my relationship, and is to guarantee firstly protection. Obviously, I'm going to protect the person I'm with. Secondly, it's to supplement any it's not disadvantages, deficiencies the person I'm with has. Thirdly, is to instigate the person I'm with to ferociously enhance any abilities that they have. If you are with an artist, your job is to make sure that artist is in situations so they can be as clear-minded as possible to make sure they can do their art. Your job is to help, be getting a canvas, make sure the room is clean, quiet, or whatever like that. Your job is to help enhance that, or even maybe even talk about the art, so they can maybe even see what they're not, maybe see what they're not even seeing, or you can lift up more, stuff like that. That's what I believe. No, I'm sorry, I kind of just kept going.
You kind of summarize everything. I mean, I agree. You should stay fit for your significant other, but some people say that that's bad because one, they should accept you as who you are, regardless of what happens. And two, if you do, that's changing for the person. You can never change for somebody, which I don't know. I didn't view it as changing. I don't think I changed my personality for that person. I was still the same.
But even if you did, does that mean that you did something bad? What if you were too much of a dick? And maybe now you're less of a dick. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're completely not a dick anymore, but maybe you're less of a dick. Maybe you're a dick to people that only actually deserve for someone to be a dick to, and you're not addicted to people that don't deserve it. Would that be a net positive or a net negative?
It could. Some people don't see it that way, I don't think. Some people see it as you got to stay the same and you can never change for that person ever.
I'll give you an example. I don't call people dumbasses to their face anymore. I don't call, like, how you knew me. How often did I call people mentally, I don't want to say the word, mentally in their face? Like, literally, they'll say something to me, I'm like, bro, you are mentally handicapped. Like, you have to be. Like, this makes no sense. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard before in my life. I used to do that often. I was gonna text someone today that they were dumb. I was this close. I wrote down a text message. I almost hit send. Instead of saying that, I said, you should research. And that's a change. And that's a change you can get in a relationship.
Damn, that woman did a lot for you, huh? Proud of her. Proud of her. But anyways, you still want to talk about Nintendo Swirls?
Tinder Swindler. We should do a review for that. We should. I have to watch it.
You watch? God damn it! I mean, it's not that.
Wait. We'll do it because tomorrow I don't have class. I'll watch it tomorrow. We will do a video on it Thursday, and it'll go live Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. That sounds good.
We can do that.
So I want you to rewatch it so you can have all the notes. Write down all the notes you want to write down.
Oh, trust me.
We can do a Lidat reviews, bro. Like we did one for the Tiger King, and that did pretty well. That shit got over 100 views. So we could probably redo it for Tinder Swindler. It's probably pretty popular right now. I think it'll be amazing.
Want to talk about Kanye then?
No, we're gonna do that outside the podcast. Remember?
Oh.
Yeah. Valentine's Day is only for girls. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Yes, I gotta clarify one point because some people thought that I was saying that if you're a man you cannot enjoy Valentine's. It's not what I said. I said, and actually to use your example, something you told me once was that the wedding is for the girl, right? It's for her.
Yes, the wedding is for the woman.
Valentine's, it's the same thing. It's for her. They plan it because let me tell you this: if you were single, you wouldn't celebrate Valentine's, but she will. She will have Valentine's Day instead. When girls are single, when Valentine's, they celebrate it with their friends.
Oh, okay.
If they're single, they will still celebrate.
They'll still celebrate it.
If we're single, we wouldn't celebrate it. We would be like,
yeah, that is true. If we're single, like I'm not gonna hit up guys. Hey man, you want to hang out on Valentine's Day? That's true. But girls would actually do that. Get mimosas and shit. Get brunch. Give each other gifts. They would do that. That is true.
Yeah, they would do it. So Valentine's
it's a girl holiday.
It's for her. I mean, come on. I mean, if you look at the history of it, it was marketed towards women because Women are the best consumers. Diamonds is marketed for females as well. You know, that was the history of it.
Diamond rings.
Diamond rings, yeah. Diamonds were marketed for them.
Sparkly things. Sparkly things are marketed towards women.
Because the prices on Valentine's Day, I was looking at a couple of teddy bears. I was like, bitch, you want $40 for this?
Bro, the prices on Valentine's
Bro, I don't buy on Valentine's.
were ridiculous, bro.
I buy the day after.
The day after?
The day after, maybe.
The day after, you might be single.
And my wallet won't be shit. I'll be how all them singles I want to be having after spending all that money.
You would have a couple singles inside your wallet though.
Shit, bro.
Go to the strip club. What's up, bitches?
I'm your Valentine. But seriously, bro, listen, it's for them. Some girls got mad at me. They were like, "What? See, you guys can enjoy it too." And I was like, "Yes, I'm not saying guys cannot enjoy it. I'm pretty sure
guys enjoy it. Guys enjoy it with vagina." That's the truth. That is the truth. You think
we do this shit for you? I mean,
you think we get you a bouquet of roses and flowers and whatever? You think guys do that? You think guys out besides me do it for the satisfaction of just seeing you happy?
You think we spend $200 on flowers? Yo.
You think exactly. Good point. You think people are spending 200 beans on flowers?
Especially men, because I don't know if you've seen the stats, but men we don't consume that much. We tend to save our money a lot more. We do it for y'all. We spend our money for y'all for that pussy.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, when I spend $200 on a pair of flowers, that pussy is mine. That's it.
Oh, you hope it's yours. Okay.
Yeah.
Before we
consensual. It's
consensually yours.
It's consensually mine. I was doing flower deliveries, bro, and these motherfuckers were spending $300 on a pair of fucking flowers. I was like, what the hell? This fucking bro. I know. Ah,
I was one of those guys.
You moron.
Those fucking guys.
Bro, I was about to be like, you about to get this fake flowers. This is what you about to get.
Shit, right? Buy some. That's what I should do. I should buy like 50 fake roses so they will never go bad, right? I thought I have a vase with like fake water too.
I was making the case where I was like, it's fake flowers. You don't have to take care of them. Look how amazing technology is. Fake, you don't have to do nothing.
That's hilarious.
Shit. Anyways, that's what I meant. Every guy agrees with my statement, but girls were like, no, he loves doing it for me. He loves it. It's for me. Bitches, you don't pay. They don't pay.
No, my girl's taking me out this weekend for Valentine's Day,
and that's why I told her she's one of the good ones.
She's one of the good ones. But I think that's a wrap for this podcast right here. Anything else? Anything you want to clear up? Or anything you want to say before we say peace to the people?
No. Go collect your crack pipes. Our president is giving them out.
Oh my God.
I'm definitely picking a couple up. And just assalamu alaikum. That's it.
Okay. Again, guys, it's been the Lidat podcast. Subscribe, smash that like button, which probably should have said in the beginning of the video. Share it. The only way we're gonna grow is if we share. We have gone up in subscribers. I think I want to say we've almost gone up 50%, or no, like not 50%. We're gonna buy like 30% in our subscribers, and we're averaging a lot more viewers. We're averaging a lot more hours, which means that we are getting support behind these videos that we're posting. If you guys like this stuff, the main thing you can do is like it. The main thing you can do is share it. The more eyeballs we get on this podcast, the more we can, maybe get better equipment. I can get Jose the fuck down here. We can build a studio. That is the end goal. The end goal is to hopefully make this profitable. But even if we don't make it profitable, I would like for us to, if this becomes a hobby, I'd actually like to build something with it. You know, I would want to also invite other guests and other friends that we can talk to that are clearly intelligent, but don't use any platforms to display their intelligence. And you never know who's watching. You know, so I do appreciate all the support we've been getting a lot lately. Almost, I think one video crossed the 2,200 threshold on my Instagram, which is pretty cool. And I believe the other one is close to crossing 2,000. So that's incredible too, as well. Let's hopefully we can transfer those views over here to YouTube. That's the goal. That's the end goal right there.
We should do movie reviews. Those Korean movies, bro. Horror movies, they're amazing. I give them a lot of credit.
We can do some movie reviews. We can do a lot of those independently too. Like if you see a movie that I'm not seeing, feel free to record yourself, you know, and do a review and do the edits and whatnot. We're trying to figure out right now. We're trying to figure out how to record from my side so we can start doing a little more editing on our side. We can't figure it out, but we will figure it out eventually. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you. Subscribe and share, please.
Hi guys.
Peace.
Stay fresh. Sarah, hit me up. Yeah.
Oh my.